I love this place. I love it a lot, and I've loved it for a long time, but in the last couple of months, sitting out on this mountain with the caretakers, it's grown really deep. And I know that a lot of you have a lot of love for this place as well. Sitting with the caretakers and getting to know these amazing people who are so dedicated, all the John and Jane Does that have sat in the rain for long hours. Yeah, John and Jane, you guys really are the ones. A few of us are the public face on this, but we're not the ones. And I have to say that it's all of you guys, everybody that's here and everybody that's not here. If it wasn't for the depth of support for what we're doing, they would have squashed us like ants a long time ago. So you guys are making all the difference, not only in how we are perceived and received, but also in our strength. I have to say, this has not been an easy week. I think I was running on adrenaline all week long, and this morning I just crashed. People who have heard me speak before probably can hear the difference in my voice. It's heavy. I think we've all been reading about the theater of the absurd that happened in court this week, the Kinder Morgan faces, and one of my favorites was the lovely metaphor for this whole situation, the guy with his ear protection and then the blowhorn at his ear, speaking as loud as we can, and the message is not getting through. So I have to say that after years of writing letters and meeting with my MLA and my MP and quiet, peaceful protests in the way that quiet, peaceful protests would be approved by my president up the hill, has really not got us very far. But standing in place, standing in the way, physically putting our bodies out there, seems to have gotten a little bit of attention. And as Steve said a few minutes ago, we had a huge victory this week. Companies like the oil company that we're facing, they're getting used to the idea that they walk into court and wham, 2 hours max, we're out of there with our injunction, away we go, we're back to work. They were pretty disappointed when we got our first adjournment, and they didn't get it a week ago Friday, and they had to spend 3 days in court. And our lawyers did such a fabulous job of presenting all these complexities. And I'm really thrilled to say that our lawyers put climate change on the agenda. And then on top of that, we get an adjournment for another 10 days. So this judge is hard to read. We don't really know where things are going to land. There's a lot of complex issues. But I think we can say for sure there's one argument of the Kinder Morgan lawyer, the Trans Mountain Pipeline lawyer, one argument of theirs that he is not believing, and that is the urgency of the situation. So one final comment, and that is, sitting out in this forest, one of the things that really hit me, I'm a big fan of wilderness. I like to put on my backpack or get in a kayak and get as far out there as I can, and that feels like real wilderness. And I have to confess that I've been kind of a little bit dismissive of this urban wilderness thing, but sitting in that park and spending hours out there and looking and appreciating and being quiet and feeling the diversity, I have a whole new love for the whole urban forest. And that level of biodiversity, you guys, human diversity, the diversity that's behind this cause basically spans all of human diversity, and you guys are awesome. So let's keep going.